Hey everyone, it's Skipper Mark, and we are up at Lake Winnipesaukeethe in New Hampshire. We're going to attempt to launch from the Meredith dock, which is considered one of the hardest in the area. We got the boats in the water. Matt had to go park, which is probably a half-mile round trip. And he's back. Mommy's running to get some drinks. He's gonna come out and wait for Nancy to get back, and then we'll pick her up and we'll head out for the day. Such a pretty view. I wonder if they're gonna put flowers in the hotel at the end there. They usually do. And it's all purple and pretty. I don't know if he's visible, but there's a big loon right there. He's right there. Except I don't want to go toward him. So we're gonna head through Sally's Gut. It's a narrow channel between Stonedom Island, which is a nature preserve, and I'm not sure the other island, but I'll put it in the video once I make it. And it's really neat because it's really narrow, and it would just be a great place to have a house and be able to look at everybody, you know, drive through. Okay, so there's actually two loons. I hope the GoPro's picking them up. There's one over here on the left, and then there's one over here on the right, and one on the left just dove underwater. This area in front of us here, there's a lighthouse. It's called Spindle Point. I think that'd be cool to have your own lighthouse. If you're a kid, it'd be an awesome fort.
Though the darkness seems so with you, hanging by the lake. I'm gonna miss your simple smile in our little baby's face. I'm gonna miss every moment that I don't spend with you. But I serve this land I love, that old red, white, and blue. And it's a sacrifice every time we say goodbye. I'm right there with you when I'm walking out the door. You're what I'm fighting for. I'm right there with you.
On Bear Island, there's a church that you can only get to via boat, and we thought it'd be neat to visit it. But when we got there, the dock area had tree damage around it, and locals were clearing the area, so we weren't able to get out and go up to the church.
But I'm right there with you. I'm gonna miss your loving arms in the middle of the night.
So the trip to the church is off for today. We'll have to come back another day. But we're gonna head back out onto the lake and find another place to go to.
Once out here, I'll be coming home. You're the love that I defend till I'm in your arms again. I'm right there with you when I'm walking out the door. You're what I'm fighting for. I'm right there with you. I never wanna leave, but I know what I believe. Girl, you know we'll make it through somehow, like we always do. Whoa, yeah, I'm right there with you. And if I don't make that plane, it don't mean I died in vain.
All right, here we are. We are in the deepest part of the lake.
How deep is it?
212 feet. Technically, it's probably like 50 feet that way or so, but I can't get quite on it with my GPS. But yeah, we're about 212 feet of water below us here. I'd like to go into the marina. This area here is the West Alton Sandbar, I guess you could call it. I don't know if it has an official name, but it's really shallow, really sandy. When we had our bass boat, we used to come over here and swim all the time. When we had our bass boat, we used to come over here and swim all the time. It's really, it's nice. Nobody's swimming today though, because the water's probably only like 50-something degrees. No, those people were moving into my lane and I needed to go where I needed to go, so I'm not giving up my spot. They can turn right. was West Alton Marine, and now we're heading over to Clay Point in Alton to see the largest house on the lake. It's 30-something thousand square feet, and it was owned by, I think his name was Barber, William Barber maybe. So before we head to the really big house, I wanted to come by and get a picture of this one. It's kind of cool. It reminds me of a castle. I have no idea if it's old or not, but it's just cool regardless. So this house here in front of us is the big house on Clay Point. That's the 30-something thousand square foot house. It's pretty. Personally, I don't like all the trees in front of it. They might have done that for privacy. I wouldn't want all those trees there. Let's go in and get a closer look. So this is the house on the right as we pass. They have a 3-boat garage with a couple docks available as well. I think someone said that there's a bunch of parking down below under the house where they can store, like, I don't know, I read 30 cars, but that seems like an awful lot. And then this other house over here, that's also part of the same property. That's around 9 or 10,000 square feet. That was built by the man who built this house, but he built that for his kids. I'll post some pictures now of what it looked like back in, I think it was 2004, but when it was being built. And then I'll also post a link in the description to photos of the interior of the houses when it was for sale. Down here at the end of the lake over in this area, there used to be this small little house, and I always like to show people this big house at the end here being built, and then this one up here, you know, that was so tiny, and they've gotten rid of the tiny house and put in a huge monster house. This house here on the right used to be, well, it still is really beautiful, but one year we came and it had, the pine trees had taken over the lawn, like all the needles, and it was all brown and really pretty. So I'm hoping I have that picture too, and I'll put that picture on there when I get back home. Our next stop is Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, a few miles across the lake. On our way to Wolfeboro, we stopped at a beautiful area where we've never been before. This area here is really cool. I love all the little islands. Matt's got shoes on and regular pants, and he's playing in the water, and the water's like 54 degrees or something. So I hope he doesn't fall in. Came to this area here because I wanted to see the beautiful green and white beaches over there, the green water and white beaches, but they're in front of a house, so nowhere to go swimming or anything like that. As I approach, it looks like we're not going to make it, but I think we are. I hope we are. I'm actually more nervous about my cameras than I am about my head. I don't know if my camera's going to make it. After lowering down my phone and camera, we were able to make it through, but I didn't have anything to record, so thankfully Matt got us coming through from the other side. So I hope you can hear me okay. We are at Wolfeboro, and we are at, I think it's called the Dockside Deli or something like that, but we just picked up some hamburgers and hot dogs and drinks because it's actually pretty hot out, even though it's only in the 70s. After a relaxing lunch in Wolfeboro, we are heading out now to see one of my favorite houses on the lake. Now we're gonna head over to the Barber's pole, which is a buoy that is decorated like a barber's shop pole. There's no flagpole, no barber's pole. What a ripoff. What an absolute ripoff. This is rubbish. We got ripped off. This is supposed to be decorated like a barber's pole with red swirl and black. Or white, I'm sorry, white and red. And what do we have? We absolutely have nothing. Woo, sorry Nancy. Look at that. That is not a barber's pole. That is just a red and white buoy. I am so disappointed. All this way for nothing. In fact, I'm gonna stop recording right now. This here is the world famous Braun Bay Sandbar. People come from all over the lake and throw out their anchors and don't allow rafting, which I believe is, I don't know if it's 2 boats together or more than 2, but it says no rafting. But I see a lot of boats that are, you know, two people tied together, so I don't know what's allowed and what's not, but yeah. Alright, we're leaving Braun Bay. It wasn't that exciting, honestly. Just a bunch of loud music and people partying in their boats, you know, hanging out, cooking food, drinking, whatever they do at a sandbar. So, not really my thing, but maybe if you had a big group or something and you had a grill and could cook. But on a jet ski, it's not really fun. As we were making our way into Paugus Bay, this boat went by and made a huge wake that soaked us. And then this boat went by afterward and also made a huge wake that soaked us again. I don't know what's happened to America where people no longer have respect for each other.
Get it here? You good with this? Or you want to go to the other place? Can we get gas? Okay. You know what? Give me 1 sec. I gotta figure out how much I need. I need 7 gallons, 7.2. What? Is it okay if I go here? Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, Matt.
you'll see the light. Though the darkness seems so strong, in the deepest night, let love lead you. Come and rest your head. Here time is an ocean. There's peace and grace. Mercy's born between the days.
As we headed out of August Bay, Nancy and I were really tired from being on the water for almost 8 hours, and we didn't want to record any more videos, so I just shut my camera off and headed back. But that didn't stop Matt. He has nonstop energy and continued racing around all the way down the bay, which is like 7 or 8 miles.
And you'll see the light. Though the darkness seems so strong, in the deepest night.
As I mentioned earlier, Nancy and I were really tired when we got back because we had been out for 8 hours, so I didn't record an outro when we got back to the dock. But if you have any questions about boating on Lake Winnipesaukeethe or WaveRunners or anything in general like that, please leave a message in the comments and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.